Hey mates, how's life behind bars? Not these bars, but these bars. If you can see beside me, I've got Tom with the R1300GS all stripped down. Now, if you've missed that video and you want to see how we strip this video down, screw by screw, we'll show you how to get the panels off and what screw goes where. And you can use that video as a reference from here on in, really. If you've taken your bike apart and you're thinking, oh, damn it, I can't remember how that went, how that came off or how that went back together again, well, then use that video. I'll put a link up there for that video now. This video here today is literally just how to put the EZCAN on the bike. Now, today is the 1st of December 2023. So you should know that the EZCAN is not available to buy, but you can register your interest on our website right now by going to the link down in the description. So if you go through to there, register your interest, we will let you know as soon as that EZCAN is in stock, or should I say, when it's ready for you to pre-order. Okay, now we are lucky enough to have one of the first, it's not the first, well, it kind of is, because if you missed the video with Bruce Smart, aka Teapot One, we fitted one to his bike, but it wasn't this. He had one of the silver ones, which was then reprogrammed or redesigned, if you like, to speak to the R1300GS, whereas this has been specifically made for the R1300GS. It's got the correct respective plugs on here to plug into the R1300GS as well. Now, when you look at it, this little plug here plugs into an adapter, which then plugs onto the bike. Now, I have been specifically asked by HEX not to show you the adapter, which goes to the plug, which plugs into the bike on the R1300GS. I'm under very strict embargo guidelines and I can't divulge that. He's told me not to, and I respect that, that's fine. So all I can tell you is the plug is definitely somewhere between here and here. It's in there somewhere. We know which plug it is, but I'm not allowed to divulge that just yet. That will come at a later date. But Tom and I can tell you right now, it's a very easy to access. Anyone can install it. So it's not like you've got to take everything off the bike just to get this plugged in. It's a very, very easy location to plug it into. So what we're going to do is we're going to take the EZCAN. There's your two battery terminals. We're going to attach that to the battery. We're going to position this in the bike. So we've got our 4 circuits there, which are going to control 4 extra accessories on the bike. So we're going to fit 2 light pods on here today. That's another surprise as well. I'm not going to tell you what light pods they are, but if you stay tuned, you'll see some brand new light pods that we're fitting to this bike. We're probably going to post some sneaky peeks on Instagram and TikTok. So if you're not on there, please get onto Instagram, TikTok. We're a bike thing on there, and you'll see some sneaky peeks of some very new special lights, which I believe no one else has got. We're going to be putting some D3s on here as well, which I think looks great on the bike. Let's get started, get this fitted to the bike so you can see how it goes on. So we have already put one of our single T3 brake lights on the back of the bike, and we've wired it in through here. Okay, not difficult to do that at all, and there it is coming out the other end there. So that is ready to plug into the EZCAN once the EZCAN's in the bike. Also, these 2 plugs just there, these are what normally power the panniers, the pannier rails, or the plugs, whatever they call them. But I have already decided not to have panniers on my bike at all. This is my own personal bike. I like that clean look at the back. I think it's very sports bikey look. I just like that a lot. So that's what we've done there. We've just taped them up there. As we're having a bit of a look and see inside here, I'm seeing a few things that are familiar from the old bike. Things like this. This is the keyless, what do they call it? The thingamajig.
Thingamajig.
The thingamajig, keyless thingamajig, which used to be around about here, whereas now it's on top of the battery. And obviously, on that note, there is the battery. So the battery is no longer down here on the right-hand side. The battery is there. Let's get it on there.
I'm going to stick that on the battery first.
Okay, let's get on with them. So what's the golden rule of attaching stuff to a battery?
Disconnect the negative first.
That's it, disconnect the negative first and then the positive. And then you put the positive on first when you're actually attaching it, and then the negative last. And if anyone's asking the question, how can you tell the difference between positive and ground? Because it's brown and orange. So on this one, the brown is ground and the orange is positive, but it's the line with the fuse. This is a fuse holder in here. That is the positive wire. So just before Tom neatly locates this EZCAN in the bike, because there's about 2 or 3 places we can put it, HEX now do an Adventure sleeve, which is in his right hand there. So I do recommend you buy this when you buy a bundle from us or buy an EZCAN from us. We'll give you the option of actually adding this when you are on the website. So if you slide that onto the EZCAN now, mate. There it is. This is very handy because we're actually going to fit it just down here. Is it that side? That side. It was that side, wasn't it? Yeah. Fits it just down there, and by putting that on there, you're not going to get the rattling around. It just helps it hold it nicely inside the bike. Yeah. So there's our 4 circuits. That white wire just there. We're now going to connect that to the canvas of the bike. But we can't, yeah, okay, so in Tom's hand, right there, is the adapter cable, but the bit he's hiding under his knuckles is the plug which takes it to the bike. So, like I say, we can't share what that is right now, but we're going to connect that up right now, so we're going to come off camera and do that. So now the EZCAN is all plugged in. Remember at the beginning I said we've got the T3 on the license plate just here. We're now going to plug that in using that patch harness head there, which comes with the T3. On that note, it only comes with the single T3 as a rear light, because that is an adapter that is only supplied by us here at Bike Thing. And the other end has got an MT, and Tom can now plug that into any of the circuits he wants to, because then we're going to program it later on the computer. So we've now got 3 circuits left over. One which I want to put to a sound bomb, but we don't know where we're going to mount that sound bomb just yet, so we need to have a good look around the bike to see where we're going to put that. And then the other 2 circuits are going to be used to power the 2 front headlights. Okay, so we've got the EZCAN on there, we've plugged in the T3. Tom's already pre-programmed this EZCAN, so he's got that as a 10% running light, and when he brakes, it goes to about 80%, he tells me. We're going to reprogram that because I actually want it to be off as a running light. I don't want this to be a running light, I just want it to be completely off. So when we brake, its sole purpose is just braking. So people behind me have got no confusion that I am braking or not braking, all right? Then what we're going to do next is install the visor wizards. So like on my M1000R, if you missed that video, I put a link up above and one down below, where I fitted visor wizards to that, and also an extra T3 and an EZCAN for the M1000R. We're doing exactly the same to this because it's the same rear end, but the EZCAN is powering the rear T3. The visor wizards are going to cancel out the red light on the respective side when we indicate, making it so much clearer. I really recommend you fit this to your bike just to make you safer on the roads. So we haven't fitted the visor dongles to this yet, so try and ignore that the T3's there, but if you can indicate, that's right, there we go, that is what we've all got.
It's going mad because the front indicator's disconnected.
Right, okay, the reason we've got fast flashing is because, you probably just heard, yeah, the front indicators are missing. So, but when he brakes, you see, you just can't see that amber turn signal very clearly at all. It's pretty useless. So we're now going to put the visor dongles on here and you're going to see the difference. Stay tuned. Okay.
So I'm going to install the visor wizards now. You don't have to take this bracing piece off, but it just gives you easier access to get to the plugs that are just behind it. So it's just 4 bolts, so we'll take that off now.
Yeah, so we're taking this brace off just so we can show you as clearly as we can where the plugs are for the indicators.
The plugs for the indicators are just down here. There's one. see?
Yep.
Little tab on here, if you can get your nail under it. Unplug. Get your visor wizard. That's one side done. As easy as that.
But it's important to note here, the other side is not on the other side of the bike.
It's right down here.
It's still on the same side of the bike. It's just down here. There it is.
There it is.
Right, at this point I have no idea which one's left, which one is right, but it doesn't matter.
No.
Okay.
Done.
So tuck them somewhere nice and neat. And then we'll turn it on and have a quick look at what that does. We'll wait for it to initialize. Okay, so now when we indicate, we've got it going out. So don't forget, just to remind you, the fast flashing is because the front indicators have been unplugged. That's excellent. And later on at the end of this video, we're going to plug in the EZCAN and just program that T3 to be a brake light only. That's so much clearer, isn't it?
Yeah.
Right, so the next step is we're going to run 2 light harnesses through to the front of the bike, ready to get the light pods on the bike. This in my hand is the left side of the bike. So if you look here, that's the air intake, yeah, which goes to the air box, of course. And then just underneath here, can you see just there? That is the factory mounting position for the nano fogs that come with the BMW. If you look at the 1250, let's say the 1250 Adventure and the 1200 Adventure, they have this same size mounting block, but it's in metal. On here, it's plastic, but with a metal bush inside it. So Tom's just brought the D3 over to me. Now, if you look at this part here on top of the D3, that is the Denali adapter, so you can hang D3s off that position. Now, when we put it on there, it does fit. It fits great. Yeah, and then you put a bolt through there and it holds it in place. However, it's plastic. If you break this, you've got to replace all of this. We've already mounted some pretty big pods in this position, and I wouldn't recommend it. If you're going to definitely mount pods on this position, well then I recommend you keeping it small. DM, D2, maybe an S4, don't go any bigger. Maybe D3's max, because just that weight on there and the movement, it might snap off. Just be aware of that. Don't forget, we're filming this on the 1st of December 2023. I am sure by January, February, March, spring next year, there's going to be a bike-specific mount for this bike. So for today, we're going to mount the lights on the crash bars. Okay, so we've already done some of the threading through from the front harnesses. So go for it, Tom. So plug in that one into the blue circuit and another one into the red circuit. And we're not using the white, we've put a blanking plug on that already. By the way, the blanking plugs come in the EZCAN kit, so you just, if you've got an unused circuit, you just plug that into it. Following here, you've got the 2 harnesses coming through like this. Got one going down on the left-hand side of the bike and another one coming around here on the right-hand side of the bike. We're actually going to make the connections because we're mounting the lights right here. And the light pods have got enough flex on them to go through around the back of here. We can make our connection here, which is behind the side panel on both sides, which makes it so much easier to unplug them and check connections without having to take any of the bike apart, which is good news, yeah?
Great news.
This lead here, we're going to feed it up here. We're going to keep it nice and tight to the crash bar on the underside, and then bring it round and go through this hole just here. If I bring the camera round, it's then going to come out, not through here, but kind of like around the back of here. So it's going to join these wires just here, these tubes and wires just there. So as it comes around the back, it's then going to lay down on top, yeah, on top, and then it's going to meet up with the plug here. So that is the plug coming from the EZCAN. Okay, so there is the connection there, so I can leave it like that if I want to, or I can just tuck it up here a little bit. I've still got lots of slack there on the actual harness going to the EZCAN. All I'm going to do now is just put some zip ties so it's secure. It's not going anywhere, but if I put some zip ties on there and also a zip tie around the crash bar just so it's really secure. Right, meanwhile, on the right-hand side of the bike, we've got the D3 pill on there, so it's nice and even. Oh yeah, very good. Tom was saying it's not as straightforward as the other side. What's the issue, mate?
So just like the GSAs,
yeah.
GS, I just removed the 1 bolt, 1 T30 screw holding
okay, yeah.
the screen washer.
Yeah.
Just so we could feed the cable behind it.
Yeah, goes in behind there, yeah.
Yeah. And then you're coming out just following the wiring loom. There's a gap. It's very tight, but you can get the MT plug through there, down under here.
Oh, so it's the same path I've done on the outside, isn't it?
Yeah, it's just it's quite a tight squeeze to get it through.
Okay, and there they are, the two here. Okay, plug them up. We can test this straight away. There we go. Ooh, look at that. Is that the indicators you're doing? Yeah. Okay, so the indicators have been taken off. The indicators normally sit there. They've been taken off. But you can see the strobing is working. Nice. Excellent. Just in case anyone on here has never heard of an EZCAN before, it means we can control the extra front lights without any extra switches. So all we're doing is just turning the bike on and the lights come on with the ignition, and when we hit full beam, the full beam comes on. There's no extra buttons on the handlebar to make this all work. And just so you know, these warnings here is because we've got the front indicators unplugged.
The horn should flash as well.
Oh yeah, okay, so he's going to press the horn and look at the lights. There we go. So we've programmed the lights to strobe on the horn. Okay, I think we can put this back together again now. Okay, so that is how you get the EZCAN on the bike. That's how you get 2 light pods down to the front of the bike. And that is how we get the T3 or any auxiliary rear brake light wired into the EZCAN on the R1300GS. I think I've shown quite a lot in this video. Obviously, we can't show everything in complete minute detail because it's just so much content. I'm also not going to show you how to program the EZCAN. And I'm not going to leave you just saying, oh, it's very easy, anyone can do it. I did a video nearly a year ago, or maybe just over a year ago, on a Triumph Tiger. A lot of work goes into filming the programming, recording my screen, synchronizing everything up. Hours and hours, nights of editing. But that video, I've had a lot of comments over the past year how good that video is based on the programming, not based on me being on it, just the programming. But if you go on there and have a look at that, I'll put a link up above for that. It's the Triumph Tiger 1200. That bike over there is when we did that one, and I did a very thorough demonstration of how the software works. it's exactly the same. Exactly the same. So all we're going to do to this now, off screen, is reprogram that T3 so it's off as a run light but comes on just as a brake light, so it's much clearer to everyone on the road that we are braking, only braking. So we're going to put the bike back together again. We will bring a video to you in the future at some point how to put your R1300GS back together again, but for now, just go through the video of how you took it apart and just do it in reverse. Everything you need to know is in this video of how to put it back together again. Until next time, stay safe behind bars. Not these bars, these bars. See you in the next video. It's a bug, isn't it?
Happy with all them settings?
Yep. Hang on, daytime, say daytime 30. Nighttime 20, 100, off. Okay, 3 wide dimming, yeah.
Solid, you don't want flash, do you?
No.
Do you want rapid engine braking on?
No, I don't want that either, no.
That's it then, yeah?
Rear brake. Oh, you've done that, haven't you? Off, yeah.
Off. And 80.
Yeah, cool. Perfect. So we've turned the bike on now.
He doesn't like it there.
Oh, doesn't it? Okay. There we go. And indicate. And brake. There we go. Remember, the fast flashing is because the front indicators are not plugged in. So much better. I really recommend you fitting this to the bike just to make you look a lot clearer. I really recommend you fitting this to your bike just to make you look, what's the word I'm looking for? Safe on the road, yeah. I really recommend you fit this to your bike just to make you so much more safer on the road. Sorry about my background.